A very, very warm welcome to everybody here. Bienvenido to our Climate Ceilidh on Zoom. The welcome from Protest in Harmony. Tonight we are welcoming people from Chile, from Canada, from the USA, from England, and if you're from somewhere not mentioned, please let us know where you're tuning in from. Protest in Harmony is a political choir based in Edinburgh in Scotland. Oh, welcome from Wales as well. Brilliant. Normally, as a political choir, we're out on the streets singing in marches, demonstrations, protests, but we've had to adapt during the pandemic, and adapting to Zoom Ceilidhs has been one of the things we've done. But I think the benefits of it are just amazing when you think how we can reach each other all around the world on a Zoom Ceilidh, whereas you couldn't have come to sing with us on the streets of Edinburgh. So our Zoom Ceilidh it gives us a relationship with people, particularly tonight with people in Putaendo, who are really at the sharp end of the injustices of the climate crisis. And Margaret's going to take.
Yeah, we're in the run-up to the COP26 gathering in Scotland. We really wanted to support and uplift the voices of the rural Indigenous community in Chile that's resisting the Canadian copper mining company. So tonight we'll premiere the Somos Todes video. And that song was written during an international song workshop via Zoom. And the video is a collaboration between activists in Chile and Scotland. And Penny will introduce that soon. And we'll hear from a couple of the other participants in the song workshop. We'll hear the songs that have grown out of that workshop. And we'll sing together some of our old favourites and learn some new ones as well. And we know that justice won't be handed down by world leaders. We know that's when we unite in solidarity and song to demand change from the ground up, then things can happen. And we can have some fun doing it. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to have a Ceilidh for solidarity and justice. I'm handing over to Sheila to get us warmed up for the Ceilidh.
Well, lots of you belong to choirs, and I know that you're just dying to do a wee warm-up before we start to sing together. So if you fancy it, join me. I'm just standing to do some stretching to start with. Going to stretch up. And as we stretch, we're reaching out to people across the Pacific Ocean. We're reaching out to people across the Atlantic Ocean. We're reaching out to people living in the mountains and people living in the forest. All these lovely stretches, we're reaching out to connect with people. Then we're going to do just a little gentle shoulder roll. Just letting the stresses of the week roll off our shoulders. Both directions. Are you still breathing? And then on the subject of breathing, remember to breathe into your belly. This is a big belly exercise. So we want you to breathe into your belly, lift your arms up, breathing in and gently blowing out. And this time when you blow out on a humming note, any note of your choice. Just breathing in and breathing out on a hum, a nice long note. One more, breathing in, humming a nice note, and maybe hugging a tree. Okay.
Quick little massage of your face and your jaw. Yeah, that's lovely. And now a wee explosive p, 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 p. And that's people, not profit. People, not profit. People, not profit. People, not profit. And the other sound that we're going to need for the song that we're going to be doing later.
So if you can do a nice Spanish rolled R.
And that starts a few very good words associated with climate justice, like reduce, reduce, reuse, reuse, recycle, recycle, rethink, rethink, respect, respect. And I think we could maybe just do that a couple of times musically. Reduce, reuse, recycle, rethink, respect. Reduce, reuse, recycle, rethink, respect. Reduce, reuse, recycle, rethink, respect. Respect, rethink, recycle, reuse, reduce. Okay, I think we're kind of warmed up there. And the next bit of warming up is going to be singing together with a song that many of us know. And I'm handing over to Penny for this.
Hello. I know lots of you will know the tune to Bella Ciao, and some of you will even know the environmental lyrics that many of us have been singing over the last wee while. I'm just going to sing the tune on a la to continue that warm up, and I hope you'll join me. I'll see if your mouths are moving, but I won't know if you're miming or not. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Now, if you know a version of this in a different language, now's your chance to try a verse. Una mattina mi son svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi son svegliato e ho trovato l'invasor. I should have learned the Spanish one. I always default to the Italian, which was of course the original. So this is a radical partisan song. It actually started off as a song sung by rice weeding that became unionized rice weeding women in the north of Italy, and they were feeling and being totally exploited. And this was one of many songs they sung during their struggle to get respect and the rights that they deserved. So this version is an environmental one. I've put the words into the chat if you want to sing along. It's instead of Bella Ciao. And do it now, 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 now. Sorry. Instead of the Bella Ciao, ciao, ciao. Do it now, now, now. Okay, shall we? We need to wake up. We need to wise up. We need to open our eyes and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better better future, and we need to start right now. We're on a planet that has a problem. We've got to solve it, get involved and do it now, now, now. Need to build a better future, and we need to start right now. Let's make it greener, let's make it cleaner, let's make it last, make it fast and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better future, and we need to start right now. No point in waiting or hesitating. We must get wise, take no more lies and do it now, now, now. We need to build a better future, and we need to start right now. I hope that's some warmed up sing-alonging, and that's the guitar well and truly warmed up. And next on our Ceilidh is the premiere of this video, based around the sharing the story and the experiences of the people of Putendo, and using a song that was written via the magical Zoom over the last few months to learn about and uplift and share that story, because many of us are based in Scotland and COP26 is here in Glasgow at the beginning of November. We wanted to use our voices to uplift some of those people who might not be able to travel here to share their stories. So I'm delighted to be sharing this with you, and I'm going to do that right now. I should say it's 10 minutes long, so sit back, sing along, get 2 chances to sing along with Somos Todos, which means we are all, and you get to hear from some of the activists, and you get to hear another fabulous song in the middle as well, written by a young activist in Putendo. Here we go.
Dear friends in the north, we are one voice calling to you, all the way from the valley of Putaendo, one of the last unexplored spots of the Andes Mountains in central Chile, where more than 350 indigenous species of plants and animals still thrive following Earth's natural rhythms. The life of our valley is nurtured by the water gifted to us by 130 rock glaciers that quietly fill the air with subtle forms of energy that bring you peace and true delight. But now, very stealthily, Canadian company Andes Copper seeks to impose upon us a devastating mining operation under the name of Vizcachitas, which is, ironically, the name of a local long-eared mammal. We will rise.
Somos la tierra, we are the earth. Somos el agua, we are the water. Somos el aire, we are the air. Somos el fuego, we will rise. Somos todas, somos todos. Somos todes. Somos todas, somos todos. Somos todes. Somos la tierra, we are the earth. Somos el agua, we are the water. Somos el aire, we are the air. Somos el fuego, we will rise. Somos todas, somos todos. Somos todes. Somos todas, somos todos. Somos todes.
Putaendo, salvemos los glaciares, la agüita, el río Rosín, Putraentu, Quiché.
Aguas sagradas, Quiché.
Es importante entender que son muchos los vecinos en cada uno de estos territorios que piden a gritos que cambie el modelo económico y se priorice la voluntad de las comunidades antes que las voluntades económicas y políticas de nuestro país. Es así que también tenemos el deber de visibilizar estas problemáticas a nivel internacional, para que la comunidad internacional se haga una opinión respecto a cómo países como Chile, que tienen grandes reservas de agua, son sitios prioritarios para la conservación a nivel mundial.
Hola, mi nombre es Bárbara Torres, soy de los Andes. Sí hay otros lugares que están viviendo lo mismo que Putaendo con la minera Vizcachita. Por ejemplo, en la región de Coquimbo, con el proyecto portuario y minero Dominga, que destruirá ecosistemas importantísimos para el equilibrio del planeta.
Mi nombre es Ámbar Cádiz Vélez y pertenezco a Vecinos en Movimiento por el Valle de Putaendo. El conflicto que estamos viviendo en nuestro valle se repite a lo largo de todo Chile y Latinoamérica. El llamado es a nuestras comunidades a no permitir que proyectos extractivistas sigan destruyendo nuestro territorio, porque nuestras comunidades y nuestros lugares tienen la inteligencia y autonomía suficiente para desarrollarse de una forma sostenible y a partir de nuestra identidad local. La invitación que hacemos a todos los países del mundo es a visibilizar y a ser parte de la defensa de los territorios, así como en Chile, en Latinoamérica y en todos los lugares del mundo que están llevando a cabo la destrucción de los territorios. Es urgente resguardar nuestros ecosistemas y biodiversidad porque es el soporte vital de la Tierra.
Somos la tierra, we are the earth. Somos el agua, we are the water. Somos el aire, we are the air. Somos el fuego, we will rise. Somos todas, somos todos. Somos escopa. Estamos contigo, estamos contigo, estamos contigo, Putaendo. Fuera, fuera,
Fuera mineras, fuera celuleras, fuera forestales, fuera termoeléctricas, toda la maquinaria extractivista.
estamos
Tan
contigo,
importante unirnos de sur a norte para defender la naturaleza vital que nos queda.
Putaendo. From Chile up to Canada, no hay norte y no hay sur. From Canada to Chile, bajo un cielo azul. No north, no south.
No hay norte, no hay sur.
Under one blue sky. No north, no south.
No hay norte, no hay sur.
Under one blue sky. Somos la tierra, we are the earth. Somos el agua, we are the water. Somos el aire, we are the air. Somos el fuego, we will rise. Somos todas, somos todos, somos todes. Somos todas, somos todos, somos todes.
Woo! Sorry. Thank you very much. It's accidentally really timely that we've finished this video, because obviously we want to share it with you all this evening, but it's also to use to share and spread the message further, and to encourage people to learn the song and therefore to learn the story about what's happening in Putaendo, so that more people can be informed and more people can act. Thank you hugely to I know there's lots of people in the room this evening who sent audio and sent photos and helped. It's a collage of those efforts, so really thank you for that. It means a lot to the people in Putaendo, who we're going to speak to just briefly now. Obviously we've just heard a lot, but Amber's here and Paula's very generously offered to translate, and we just thought we'd spend 5 minutes if anyone had any questions for Amber or for Paula, who's based in Santiago and is a very active climate activist. It's the three of us that have really put this video together. And just to say, so that we don't forget, there's a huge march in Putaendo in support of the resistance there this Sunday. So it's very timely. So please do. I'll get the link out to that video. It's not up online yet, but I'll get it up and share the link. So hopefully you can share that with people. I'm just going to find and spotlight my compatriots. Hold that thought whilst oh, there we go. There's Paola. Only they just kept them alphabetical like I keep my books. This would be a much easier affair, wouldn't it? Have a
Here's the
friend.
participants list.
Thank you.
Well, this has been really magical all throughout, how it started and where it got, and to see all of you in Scotland and other countries join as we were doing this. It's really, really, really amazing, and as Penny was saying, it's really timely, and we're sure that lots of people will be able to see it here in Chile as well after today. And coincidentally as well, today is a climate strike here in Chile, well, in many countries actually around the globe. Actually, right after this, I'm going to run to the march, and this will also be circulated in those networks, and it's really special to see these connections. This is perhaps what we need today. To, as the song says, there's no north, there's no south when it comes to the planet, and probably you've noticed that the pandemic has made that point very clear. What happens here happens there, and so the goods and the bads, and this is something good vibrations. Yeah. And Amber, I'll translate for you. ¿Quieres decir algo?
Hola queridas y queridos, quisiera agradecer a todos esta oportunidad de poder compartir este conflicto y hacerlo de una forma tan bonita, visibilizando a través del arte.
Hola a todos. Hello everybody. It's really amazing to be here, and it's really thank you for being for caring to learn what's happening here, and also to be able to show what's happening here in such a beautiful way like this.
Sin duda la unión de hacer estos trabajos colectivos ayuda muchísimo a entregar información al mundo de este conflicto que está siempre localizado en una zona tan desconocida como Putaendo.
This kind of collective work is very important today, and as we've seen in our experience, because these kinds of collaborative projects allow us, being in such a remote area that really nobody, or not many people really know throughout the world, can actually learn about. So, yeah.
Uno de los mayores problemas que hemos visto en Putaendo es que las mismas personas del lugar no estamos suficientemente informadas de este gran conflicto y de las consecuencias que tiene un proyecto tan grande como este, que es un mega proyecto minero.
For you to know, it's even surprising that people that actually live here in Putaendo are not even aware of what's happening higher up in the hills. And as a mining company or any company in an area that's experiencing something similar is doing their operations, people don't know. And so it's also even important, this kind of project, for our own movement here.
Y esto se repite en todas las zonas de Chile, y creemos que al salir al extranjero va a volver con más potencia y la gente se va a dar cuenta que no podemos aceptarlo, porque ¿cómo es posible que personas de afuera de nuestro territorio estén solidarizando más que nosotras mismas en este mismo lugar?
So something impressive for us is to note that when we share what's happening here through this collaborative project, for example, and people outside Chile from abroad learn about it, and then the people that have seen or have learned about this problem actually feed back into the movement, is actually a very strong thing when there is international visibility. And so it does have a lot of value. And so it helps that people that don't know, even in our surroundings, actually, realize the importance, and the world is connected with what's happening here.
Y como pudieron ver en las imágenes que intentaron resumir un poco la esencia de nuestro lugar, es un lugar que, si se permite este proyecto mega minero, va a ser irreversible. No va a haber vuelta atrás y se va a extinguir la vida que ha costado milenios que lleguemos a estar a como estamos siendo ahora culturalmente y con la gran biodiversidad que tenemos.
So as the video we were trying to portray through the video, the essence of the beauty of this place, the life that would exist here, and if the mining operation goes forward, it's an irreversible damage. And we just have to consider the millions of years it took for nature to take its course and to develop and deliver this amazing natural beauty. So that's why so much at stake and every effort is worth it.
Y nuestro movimiento cree en la acción no violenta como esta a través del arte principalmente, las canciones, poner en valor nuestro patrimonio natural, cultural, humano, y desde esa energía individual tan sincera y con tanto amor, poder ser capaces de resguardar estos lugares.
So our movement here in Putaendo fully supports these kinds of actions that are non-violent and they're creative, and especially through the arts, because we see that this ultimately has a stronger effect in us. ¿Qué más decías, Amber? Se me fue la segunda parte.
Que con esta esencia y con la acción no violenta sabemos que somos capaces de resguardar estos lugares.
So through these non-violent actions, we are absolutely certain and sure that we will be able to stop this and to conserve this place. And my personal aside, I hope you can come here and visit and see it for yourself.
Y eso, por eso agradecer mucho el trabajo con Penny, con Paula y con todas las personas que han solidarizado con este proyecto tan lindo.
And so thank you, bueno, Penny and Paula, and also all the people who have contributed and have felt the power of this project. Amber is very thankful for this. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Amber. Could I just ask Amber to tell us what's happening on Sunday for this big march? What will that be?
¿Qué va a pasar este domingo en la marcha o qué está pasando en Putaendo? El panorama para contar.
Para este domingo va a ser la tercera marcha por la vida. Se van a reunir entre personas y actos culturales. Se espera una gran convocatoria y la invitación es que puedan difundir, a lo mejor desde nuestras redes como Vecina en Movimiento por el Valle de Putaendo, que es parte de la coordinadora de Todas Somos Putaendo, que es una coordinadora que agrupa todo esto.
¿Cuándo fue el primer movimiento?
¿Cómo?
¿La primera marcha cuándo fue?
Fue en el 2016.
Okay, so this is the third largest march that has taken place since the movement started in 2016. So this Sunday there will be a march and a full program of activities in Putaendo, in the public spaces, artistic committee, and there's also a campaign online, and if you would like to support, we will provide you with the links, and of course we can use our project here to show this link, right? Eso. ¿Sí? Yeah. ¿Algo más quieres decir, Amber? Or Penny, would you like to ask anything to Amber?
No, just
sí. Eso, cualquier cosa se pueden comunicar con nosotras, con nuestro Instagram, nos escriben por ahí, siempre estamos haciendo actividades que ponen en valor nuestro territorio a partir de la cultura. Y es todo autogestionado.
So our movement is completely self-organized, and you're free to connect with us through Instagram, and we'll be posting there, and it's really amazing to connect with you all.
Great. Please do share those links in the chat, and we'll make sure they get passed on to other people as well. Gracias.
Gracias a ustedes.
I'm going to hand us back to Sheila and Margaret. Thank you so much for joining us.
This is just wonderful to speak to Paula and Amber all the way from Chile. Thank you so much for joining us. As Amber said, this has been a very amazing collaboration over Zoom. And one of the fruits, I believe, has been another song that's been written. And I'm going to introduce Lucas Mayer, who's going to coming from Vancouver, and he's been his.
I'm sorry, Sheila, I'm just gonna interrupt you there very temporarily to say that That's the Skinner and Twitch song, and I must have given you the wrong information, so my apologies. This is an environmentally focused song, but it didn't come from the songwriting session that we did, so my apologies for giving you the wrong info there.
I guess the best thing is for me to shut up and let Lucas introduce his song. And over to you, Lucas.
Thank you, and welcome everybody. And thank you for putting on this song. Sean Griffin, the writer of this next song, is a longtime journalist with British Columbia's United Fishermen's Union. He wrote the first draft in 1996, just a few months after witnessing what was to be the last commercial sockeye salmon fishery in Rivers Inlet, underlying the dramatic human impact of climate change on BC's coast. Duncanby, the town mentioned in the first line of the song, is the landing site at the opening of a remote inlet, where for more than half a century, independent small boat fishermen, many of them indigenous, fished for a living, supporting canneries all along the coast. But then in the 1990s, rising ocean temperatures and the rapid melting of glacial ice fields that fed the river's inlet, the inlet's rivers rather, changed all that. Sean rewrote the song in 2019 as the effects of global warming cascaded through northern and southern waters, taking a further toll on fish stocks and of course on fishermen. Sean, with his wife Andrea on the piano, put together a kitchen recording of the song, and I've created a montage of images to go with it so that the quiet message of the song can be heard. So here it is. Listen to the river.
Takes his boat from Duncanby, slips out on the tide, heading for Queen Charlotte Strait. He'll run down the coast inside. He's leaving the floats behind him, with the river nets piled up high. His gill net drum is empty, his fish holes all are dry. There was just one open fishing day. He sat outside Finn Bay. Then the fisheries office closed it down with nothing more to say. The strait is getting choppy now, the wind's picking up some rain, and he's come to think the chances are he won't be back again. Listen to the river, listen to the heartbeat, coastlines changing in the summer's heat. Salmon runs dwindling, seas rising north and south. Listen to the river, for the time runs out. First came up in 73, near the biggest run they'd seen. Been coming back for 22 more, but some of those years were lean. His life was tied to the sockeye run when the opening first was called. Then he'd help restore the salmon stream, so he'd come back in the fall. Listen to the river, listen to the heartbeat, coastlines changing in the summer's heat. Salmon runs dwindling, seas rising north and south. Listen to the river, for the time runs out. Saw them log the watersheds, cut all that they could take. He's watched the ice field shrinking that flowed down to the lake. Now the inlet's warming like the earth he walks upon, and he's working for a change to come, so there's something to pass on. Listen to the river, listen to the heartbeat, coastline's changing in the summer's heat. Salmon runs dwindling, seas rising north and south. Listen to the river, for the time runs out. Listen to the river, for the time runs out.
Thank you very, very much for bringing that to share with us, Lucas. It's really beautiful. Beautiful. And it's a very fitting thing to send us off for a few minutes chat with each other. We're going to go into breakout rooms for about 10 minutes. And I think it's a chance to inspire each other with the call to action to preserve all that we find beautiful in this world. If you just need a breather, don't accept the invitation to join the chat room, but Kathy is going to just magically divide us into chat rooms and magically bring us back all together in 10 minutes. And please see what you can do to encourage each other in a call to action.
Okay, that's us. So handing back over to Paola. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, everybody, once again. Well, once again, I'm really still, I've really enjoyed the video process, and also I'm very thankful for this opportunity to also share a song I wrote for GOP, and it's called Tipping Point. You can probably imagine what it talks about. And yeah, well, I hope you enjoy it. Let's go like this. So much thought on what is yours and what is mine won't take us very far. You can't disguise uncertainty. We are drilling the very thresholds for life. So don't forget, it's us. We are the ones who have realized one thing is clear. We're tipping over. Our minds come closer. Can you feel beyond yourself this morning? They'll be the ones we'll leave behind to encounter morning. It's a choice, not fate. All of these years we've spent in warnings. Only one earth to bear for us life and for the ones who are coming. And when the heat keeps you inside, well, you be craving the cold and the wild. So don't forget, it's us. We are the ones with less time to react. One thing is clear, we're tipping time to react.
Thank you so much. That was so powerful. I felt as if it came straight from your heart, straight into my heart. And if we can be untouched by a song like that, we must be made of stone. Thank you so much for singing, and all the best for your activism. And thank you for joining us now that you have to go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wish I could stay till the end. I'll see the remaining part of the session. I hope you really enjoy it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this stuff with you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you liked it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mucho amor. That's love. Have a great
Take our voices to the school strike with you.
There we go. Actually, I have to go sing another song now. Thank you. Take care. Hasta pronto. See you soon.
See you soon.
Gracias.
Adios.
Ciao.
Ciao.
We're going to hear now from Jane Lewis. Jane, I'm going to call upon you to introduce us to Stitches for Survival. Are you there?
Hello. Hello, I'm here. Yes, we're going to show you some photos of some of the beautiful pieces that have been created by craftivists from up and down the UK, from South Africa, from Canada, from Germany. And the Stitches for Survival is a project that came out of lockdown when many of us were feeling a little bit frustrated. We hadn't sung for a very long time. COP26 was round the corner, and we really didn't know what we could do to really make our voices heard and our messages seen by those in power, and also to really instill that sense of hope that we all need to hold on to so badly in these times. So Stitches for Survival is a project to create a 1.5 mile scarf made up of knitted, crocheted and stitched pieces. And I won't say any more. I will just hopefully share the screen, and we're going to sing along, or you can sing along if you like. The music that's going to play while the photos go, I'm just finding the words for you, is Theo Simon's Earth Chant, which many of you will know. If you don't know it, it's very simple. So do feel free to sing along if you want to, or just watch the beautiful pictures. There's a few of the sections behind me here. You can't see them brilliantly, but let me just bring up the music and I'll share the screen and get the PowerPoint going. Tell me, can you see that? Yep, awesome. Okie doke. Thumbs up somebody when I start the music, just to tell me that you can hear the music, and then I'll start the slideshow.
On Mother Earth, bring her into birth, sweet creatress of the night and day. Bring your spirit. In the natural way, all round Mother Earth, bring her into birth, sweet creatures of the night and day. Bring your spirit through, rest our thoughts in you, guide our feet in the natural way.
That is fantastic, Jane. Absolutely wonderful. Really, really super. I know many of the people who are looking in just now will have contributed to that. There may be others like us who are saying, I've still got a few rows to finish. But it looks beautiful. And the patches that I have seen brought me to tears. So I think they're wonderful. I know one of the contributors who worked on this with her granddaughter is our friend Hilary Williams, and she's got some readings to share with us just now, and then we'll come back to Jane again. But over to you, Hilary, if you'd like to share with us.
Thank you. A great flock of snow, 25,000 birds strong, whirls across a plain in the American West in 2016. The birds have been driven from their usual flyway by a snowstorm, and they are desperate for a place to land where they might escape the wind and the cold. Red-black waters of a flooded, former, open pit copper mine. So first, one goose, birds follow that single bird, then 10 birds follow 10 birds, draining down in a welter of wings and honking cries to the pit where they settle, shrug their feathers and drink gratefully. 45 billion gallons of it is toxic because of the mining that has taken place here, highly acidic and contaminated with heavy metals. Thousands of the birds die and become a new surface. Floating acres of dead geese, barred and winged, folded over one another in the pit. Robert Macfarlane's Underland. So it's all lost. Sometimes I think so. Making the panel with my wee granddaughter made me feel a bit better, putting on an extra jumper. But in order to make the present habitable, we have to have hope. Hope for a future for our children and for our grandchildren. Here are some poems written in the days of growing darkness from Mary Oliver to welcome autumn. Every year we have been witness to it, how the world descends into a rich mass in order that it may resume. And therefore, who would cry out to the petals on the ground to stay, knowing as we must how the vivacity of what was is married to the vitality of what will be. I don't say it's easy, but what else will do if the love one claims to have for the world be true? So let us go on cheerfully. Spring day, though the sun be swinging east and the ponds be cold and black and the sweets of the year be doomed. Rebecca Solnit said, hope just means another world might be possible, not promised, not guaranteed. Hope calls for action. Action possible without hope. Being in this community sustains my hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Hilary. That's beautiful. Yeah, being in our community has meant an enormous amount, I think, to all of us. Jane is going to teach us a song, and I'm really looking forward to this because I think I've had a little inkling of what that song is.
Hello. Yes, some of us started learning this song at Protestant Harmony last week. It's called Another World. So it follows on really well from Hilary's quote there from Rebecca Solnit about another, that part of our job as activists is to believe and imagine that other world that is possible. And this is based on a quote by Arundhati Roy, the Indian novelist and essayist and activist. And she wrote this as part of an analysis of the destructive impact of global neoliberalism on Indian capitalism. The essay was called Capitalism, a Ghost Story in 2014, and it was part of the epilogue there. And she kind of finishes it by saying, we want to put a lid on this system that manufactures inequality. We want to put a cap on the unfettered accumulation of wealth and property by individuals as well as corporations. So it fits very well in with the Putuendo struggle as well. And one of their demands was that the natural resources and the essential infrastructure, including the water supply, electricity, health and education, cannot be privatized. So the quote is, another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. So we're going to learn the tune to start with, and I'll do it line by line. Another world. 1, 2, 3. Another world. I'll need to put the words in the chat for you. Sorry. Let me do that. Let me just find them. Here we go. There's not very many of them. I'll do that one again. Another world. 1, 2, 3. Another world is not only possible. It's not only possible. She is on her way. And she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. And you hold that on quite a long time. I'll do it all again, line by line. Another world. 1, 2, 3. Another world is not only possible. It's not only possible. She is on her way. And she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. Let's give that a go all the way through. 1, 2, 3. Another world is not only possible. She is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. Do you want it one more? 2, 3. Another world is not only possible. She is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. So that's your tune. You've got a selection of different accompanying parts, and I'm going to just teach you one of them, which is what's down here as low 1. So it just goes that the words are simply, can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing? 1, 2. Can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing? That's the first half of a repeated phrase. Second half is, Can you hear her breathing? 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 So let's do that round a few times. A can. 1, 2. Can you hear her breathing? 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 So the first one goes from there to there and there and there, and then you go back to there and jump up to there. Should we do it one more? 1, 2. First one. Can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing? Back down. Can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing? And that just gently keeps going all the way through. And let me just give you a taster of the low 2 as well, and then we'll sing it along with the track. So this was the one that starts, and it's the kind of in and out breathing sound, and it goes in and out and in and out, in and out and in and out. Let's do that bit. 1 and 2 and in and out and in and out, in and out and in and out. And then second time round, the first bit is exactly the same, all on that one note. So let's just do that again. In and out and in and out. And then it hops up to here. In and out and in and out. So the whole thing, if you want to sing it with me. So we've got, let's just sing it. In and out and in and out. Same note. In and out and in and out. In and out and in and out. In and out and in and out. Quick recap of the tune, and then we'll sing it through and choose which bit you want to sing along with. Another world. 1, 2, 3. Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. I can hear her breathing. So let's give it a whirl. So it starts with the in and out part, and then the can you hear her breathing comes in, and then the tune, and then there's a couple of other harmonies. And if you find some other harmonies and parts, enjoy them. Hopefully, if I play this, somebody give me a thumbs up telling me you can hear it okay. In and out, and in and out, in and out, and in and out. Can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing? Can you hear her breathing?
a quiet day, I can hear her breathing, I can hear her breathing. Another one, it's not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing, I can hear her breathing. Another world, it's not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing, I can hear her breathing. Listen to her breathing.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that so much, Jane. Thank you so much. I'm sure everybody did. It's got a beautiful feeling right through it. It feels calming and hopeful. Lovely.
Yeah.
We're going to call on Skinner and Twitch now.
Whoa.
That's the next on my running order in front of me.
I'm new to that.
Yeah.
And,
Well.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
And we'd love you to introduce your song and tell us how it came about.
Okay, thank you. We're based in Bradford and we're a duo and we do folk, flamenco and theatre style songs and we perform them all around England and Britain and other countries and stuff, and we have a great time doing it. We're doing a mixture of comedy, satirical songs and radical songs, and we actually mix the two. We often do satirical songs, funny songs that have got a real radical kind of bite to them, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Sandra.
I'm Twitch. I'm the Twitch part of the Skinner and
Steve
Twitch
Skinner.
duo.
Yeah, and we're a member of the People's Music Network.
Yeah.
Which is where involvement in that, we heard about the campaign, and sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this properly, Putendo, I think, in Chile.
Putendo,
yeah. And I was very inspired to hear about the protest movement there. I've been involved, I'm a community worker for my day job, and I've been involved in all sorts of things like that over the last few decades, really. So I thought, right, you know, let's get going and write a song for these people. It sounds great what they're doing there. So that's the background to the song. And if anybody else out there would like us to write you a song, if you're involved in a campaign or a movement, we've done a lot of environmental songs. We've got one called Nothing Can Go Wrong, which was inspired by fracking in the Lake District. And I've written a song about the tropical rainforest disappearing in Australia. And there's one called Green into Sand. That's a big sort of brass number. But anyway, if anybody would like a song written for them on their campaign, get in touch. We can write songs here. You know, we'd love to help.
Yes, Steve's a songwriter in the duo, and I sing. And it's just so nice for me to be able to sing things that mean something, really.
Yeah.
You know, so many of our songs, Steve writes in very many different styles, as he's saying, but a lot of them have, as he's saying, quite a lot of bite or, you know, depth and values, really.
Oh, she's very kind.
And you know, that's important to be able to, well, for me, do something I love, but something that feels relevant and important.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're trying to, you know, do songs that have got something worth listening to, some bite to them, really.
But this song in particular, we took part in was it the People's Music Network? Wasn't a conference, was it? It was somewhere we had breakout rooms, and Penny was there, and Steve was got involved with the idea of writing something for a particular movement in Chile. And earlier on, was it Paula?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve got in touch with her. And
we
wrote this with her in mind, or her group in mind.
Protest movement.
That's right, and
and in particular,
it's a kind of round. What you'll hear is Steve singing parts, and then us singing together, and then me singing a different part.
It's meant to be a street song, really, a chant that you could sing on the street, during a demonstration. That's the idea, and there's two different melodies to it,
and they interweave. And as Steve was saying to me, sing whichever bit you want, really, and so therefore you can sing along too if you get the hang of that of either of the tunes.
Yeah, and
you can sing one on top of the other.
Yeah, underneath it there would be a rhythm, something like boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba. This coming over the top.
So basically, if you had something to bash, you could basically,
Anyway, here we go.
Whatever. If you've got something to bash there, give it a go.
It's called Our Valley.
Yeah, that's right, Penny.
We will stop the copper mine, let our valley live and shine. We will rise and take a stand. Time to save our precious land. Breathing like the mountain. Together we are strong. From Chile up to Canada, come join us in our song. We will stop the copper mine, let our valley live and shine. We will rise and take a stand. Time to save our precious land. Breathing like the mountain. Together we are strong. From Chile up to Canada, come join us in our song.
Breathing like the mountain. Together we are strong. From Chile
rise and take a stand. Time to save our precious land. Breathing like the mountain. Together we are strong. From Chile up to Canada, come join us in our song. Stop the copper mine, let our valley live and shine. We will rise and take a stand. Time to save our precious land.
Breathing like the mountain. Together we are strong. From Chile up to Canada, come join us,
save our precious land. We will stop the copper mine, let our valley live and shine. We will rise and take a stand. Time to save our precious land. Something like that. We hope, because it's in English, thank you. I don't speak Spanish much. So
not at all, in fact.
I hope that we could send that song to people in Canada, to environmental campaigning groups in Canada. There must be a lot. And say to them, join us. Come on, from Chile, join us in our campaign. Join in the song. People in Canada will be bothered, will be upset to hear what's happening in Chile. And my heart goes out to Chile and what's happening there. Anyway, that's us.
That's fabulous. That's really, really wonderful. And I love the whole sentiment of we will rise and take a stand and save our precious land. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think to further prove the international dimension of this here, Ceilidh, we're going swiftly on to Michael and Nell from Nashville, Tennessee. And they've written an amazing Don't Blow Up the Mountain. So I would love to welcome them now and hand over to them to share with us.
Well, Michael couldn't be here today, so it's just Nell, and I'm really honored to be invited to be part of this wonderful broadcast. It's just amazing, and seeing people all over the world coming together around environmental issues, it's just really heartwarming. So we're going to share a video today that we did a while ago with our former band, Shelby Bottom String Band. The members were Barry and Holly Tashian, Bob Mason, Gene Bush, Michael, my husband, my partner, Michael J. August, and myself, Nell Levin. And we I wrote this song because I saw a video by a filmmaker named Jeff Barry. He did a video on mountaintop renewal, and which he called Kilowatt Hours, OURS, because he wanted people to understand that why we're blowing up the mountains is to get these lights on. That's why, because we need the power. We need coal, which is very dirty, to keep our lights on. And I don't know if you guys follow American politics very much, but I'm just doing a quick summary of what's going on here. We have a senator called Joe Manchin. He's from West Virginia, and right now he is blocking. He is he's a Democrat, and he's going to be writing the climate bill that we're trying to get passed here. Unfortunately, he's very beholden to coal and oil interests. He's made a lot of money off of them. So this is really a crazy situation that we're in right now in this country. And President Biden very much wants to get environmental progress, but right now we're kind of at a standstill. And I just want to talk you a little bit about mountaintop removal. Mountaintop removal is where the coal companies come in and blow up the mountain to get the coal out. Why do they do that? It's a heck of a lot cheaper than hiring coal miners to go underground and get the coal out. And there was a piece by Paul Krugman in the New York Times this week, and he pointed out that now, because of mountaintop removal, only 2% of West Virginia's economy is actually coal miners anymore. And because once they started blowing up the mountains, what happened was the jobs disappeared. So it's had not only environmental destruction, it's had economic destruction on West Virginia. And so we're right now waiting to see how Joe Manchin, what he's going to do. He's in a very powerful position in our country right now to influence what kind of climate legislation we get passed. So I guess without further ado, I want to tell you that I did put the lyrics in the chat, and the lyrics are really simple, and you guys like to sing, so sing along. The chorus goes, don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, boys, because we know who's blowing up the mountain, right? Because when it's gone, it's gone. When it's really gone, it's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone, the mountain, okay? So please, you guys sing along on it. I wrote it as a sing-along. That's why I wrote the song. So without further ado, I think we're gonna go ahead and play the video right now.
It's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone. West Virginia mountain, air smells so sweet. Up above the tree line, far from the city heat. Twilight falls, the sun sinks low, stars above gently glow. Here we are in paradise, let's open up our eyes. And don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain. It's gone, it's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone. God built the mountain, part of his perfect plan. He didn't build the mountain to be blown up by man. We grabbed the coal, crushed the trees, nothing's left but our debris. Muddy rivers, poison streams, drowning our dreams. So don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, boys. 'Cause when it's gone, it's gone, it's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone. What to do, love one another When it's gone, it's really.
Thank you for bringing us that song. That was a rollicking, great song for the street. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent. What a great recording as well, and all these images. It's a bit shocking.
I know. It's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Really. We have come to the last item on our Ceilidh tonight. And that is, we are going to be singing for our lives, and Penny's going to lead us. And this is one of our favourite Protest in Harmony songs.
Thank you, Sheila and Margaret, for your fine hosting this evening. We called this evening Singing for Our Lives, an international climate Ceilidh, and I know lots of you will be familiar with the song Singing for Our Lives. And Holly Near wrote it at a time when people were needing to be out on the streets singing for their lives in the gay rights movement. And there are various movements that it's threaded through and sung alongside the ongoing movement for freedom across the world. Within that movement, it feels really relevant for the climate movement. I think many of us living in Western countries aren't often actually singing for our lives, and it sometimes doesn't quite feel as immediate and as much of an emergency. But with the climate crisis, I'm sure we're all feeling that real singing for our lives. So we wanted to close with that. And as this Ceilidh is being hosted by Protest in Harmony, we're going to go out singing along with Protest in Harmony, not one by one in little boxes, but on a video we've got. It's just 1.5 minutes, but it's us singing on the streets. And it's actually, for those of us that aren't in Protest in Harmony, this piece of footage is from January 2016, when there were massive protests to protest Donald Trump going into the White House. And it was a day of despair and hope. And those of us that were there, I'm sure, will remember just that sense of singing together, that we are getting back to slowly and carefully, but not as closely as in this video. So for those of you that haven't sung it before, I'm just gonna tell you how it goes. We are a gentle, angry people. Try that. We are a gentle, angry people. I know I can hear the harmonies, they're beautiful. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. And we are singing for our lives. Sorry, the repetition will have confused people who know this song well. I'll take it from the beginning again. Just follow my hand if it's new for you. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. So slightly different the second time. Singing for our lives the second time round there. Let's just do that once more on the tune, and then we'll jump into the choir singing it. Well, I'm on the tune. You can sing whatever notes you like. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. So this bit of footage unfortunately jumps in partway through. So let me just pop in. There's different verses. So this jumps in on "We are gay and straight together," and it goes on to "We are a land of many colours," and it goes on to, there we go, "We are a justice-seeking people," and it ends with "We are a gentle, angry people." So please do sing along with your hosts for this evening. Protest in Harmony, singing, just to be clear, in pre-pandemic times.
We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a land of many colors, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a land of many colors, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives.
That's fantastic, and it even gives you a little glimpse of Edinburgh there. Well, what a fabulous, fabulous way to finish with Holly Near's wonderful words. We've had some really inspiring words tonight, and we owe a huge thank you to all of you who have joined us and shared the gift of your song and your struggles with us. A huge gracias to our friends in Chile, and solidaridad with them. Solidaridad. And a huge call to action, as Hilary said, that hope calls for action and action makes hope possible. So I'd like to just remind you that on the 1st of November, there'll be a Raise Your Banners action around the globe. Raise your banners in solidarity with the whole campaign for climate justice. And on the 6th of November, during the COP26 gathering in Glasgow, we're very aware that there will be a massive march in Glasgow as part of the COP26 demonstrations calling for justice. But people are being encouraged, if it's not safe to come to Glasgow or physically impossible, then to, on that day, also make yourself present in the streets wherever you are, to show that you're part of the big climate march for justice in Glasgow. So it's a global day for climate justice on the 6th of November. And during that day, we'll be wrapping that massive 1.5 fabulous, beautiful scarf around Glasgow and calling out people to be moved in their hearts to work for change. So thanks everyone for joining in. Thank you from our hearts to your hearts, and we look forward to meeting you in person and taking on the world. So lots of love to you all. Solidaridad with Putayendo.
Thank you, Sheila and Margaret, for hosting us in your lovely kitchen.
Thank you. Welcome any day. Hopefully, yeah.
Thank
Bye
you
now.
all. Have a lovely
Bye.
weekend.